organizations of for-profit businesses or investors who, are engaging in social impact?
I think it's an excellent question. I think that social impact investing are often seen as anomalies. The common narrative is that if you want to make a profit, it has to be tied to, not necessarily caring as much about how you're impacting your community. And the good news is it's smart business to be in the business of advancing social impact. So a few examples that come to mind from the world of shared interest is when we invest our guarantee, it has to be done in concert with another financial partner so that we're sharing the risk. Oftentimes, it's the risk that is the issue as it relates to entrepreneurs, particularly women and youth-led entrepreneurship. So we need to have a much broader, more inclusive way that we're financing these really, really worthy institutions. And so we found that when we invest in particularly women, they pay their loans back. So that's a huge de-risked investment. When you invest in women, you're investing in that community, you're investing in that family, but you're also making smart investment choices. And so a few examples of that have to do with, since agriculture is a big focus of Tuskegee, when we invest, we get 4 times that return. We invest in women cooperatives, we invest in smallholder farmers. We're now investing in the kind of technology that will allow for greener solutions inside of the ag business. And so through the work that we've done, we've been able to work with, just in our last strategic planning cycle, about 5,000 smallholder farmers. They're responsible for triple that amount in terms of job creation. And what's more important is they're keeping their funding in their communities. And so they're keeping the solutions in their community. When we work with students who want to know, like, if I'm interested in agriculture, how can it be a business? How can I create the kinds of future I want to see right here at home? And I think that ag and tech offer huge opportunities for impacting your community on a social level locally, but also globally, because I think the way that we can get to, addressing larger opportunities around food insecurity, around tech, and around connecting, young people here and young people there is through tech and through research and through the HBCU community. So we haven't yet backed any deals yet that have come from youth entrepreneurs here in the US connecting with youth entrepreneurs in Southern Africa. But I do think that's the next sort of sea change for us, is how we can, use our model a little differently to address the opportunity.
And I'll add on by saying that at HBCU-aligned, social impact kind of intersects with a lot of different categories of business and startups as well. So one example that comes to mind is our founder, Ariana Edwards of Vela Shoes. She's a Fayetteville State alum. She creates shoes for women's sizes 9 through 14, which is an under-tapped market, especially for business apparel. And her social impact avenue is that she donates shoes of larger sizes to college students in need, and even to queer organizations that focus on helping young women or women identifying folks feel comfortable and confident in their skin. Another big example is Joel's story, again, as mentioned, is that he began with a workshop concept and is now making literal impact for victims faced by natural disaster. So whether it's climate tech or fashion or nonprofit work overall, we work with a variety of founders. I know a lot of the presentation is about tech-enabled businesses because that is our thesis and what we want to see at HBCUs. But realistically, we work with change makers and innovators who may be leading tech businesses or starting nonprofits or figuring out which direction that idea will pivot into.
All right, and as we